Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back for another great episode of What's the Ellie?
It's the Ele in the Room.
It's the Ellie in the Room. This is webisode number 23. We're moving right along, man.
Wow.
Yeah, the Michael Jordan, 2-3. It's good to see everybody again from a virtual standpoint. We know that the world is consistently moving forward with its own set of problems. But we really appreciate having an opportunity to talk with you guys for a few minutes about some key issues, as always. All right, I'd like to start by introducing myself. My name is Jay, and this is
Lady.
Lady, y'all. All right, and for individuals that don't know, we run this program basically just as something. It actually started off as something, man. Just some real down to earth.
Yeah, going live, kicking it with the people on both of our accounts.
Yep. Just pressing the live button on our phone, and it evolved over time. You know, we wanted to definitely bring you guys more of a crispier look.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we were dealing with lighting issues.
Yeah.
Dealing with sound issues.
Wasn't even thinking to take it to something else, but you know, we learned that a lot of people needed to talk about a lot of these things, these elephant in the room topics. So people started looking forward to the next one. When's the next one? We're gonna be talking about next. So it's like, all right, let's take this a little more serious.
Yeah, let's take it serious, man. So we appreciate everyone's patience while we migrate over to the professional end of things so that we're able to bring the message as clearly, as crisp as possible.
All right.
That's our goal. All right. So this is a 30-minute program. At the end of the 30 minutes, we wrap up the program. We always encourage individuals to comment whenever you see the videos, whenever you have an opportunity to give us some feedback. We appreciate that. Everyone needs it. We're going to shop these videos out to the world. And so we're looking for as much feedback as possible so that we can grow together, man. That's what we're trying to do.
Amen.
So webisode number 23 is about what?
Monogamy without a village or support system. For those of you like, what's she talking about, the village stuff? I've heard people say that. What's the village stuff? We've grown up hearing it takes a village. And it's not just for raising a child. At any point of your life, you need a village. You need a solid tribe or support system every step of the way.
Absolutely. And so this is why we want to talk about this subject, because sometimes, you know, people, they have this thought that all you need is a mate. All you need to do is just get yourself married, and that's it, man. You pray to God, you write out your plans, and as long as you speak it in the name of God, it shall be. And that's just not realistic.
It's fairy tale.
Yes, it's not realistic. And so we're going to discuss some of the things that happens when you're in the monogamy program. You're far enough in it where you're able to make different moves. Is that all you need? Is just a mate? How important is it to have a support system, a solid support system? Why do we need one? We need to discuss those things because they're very, very important. The first thing I like to start off with in talking about the problems with it is right off the back, there's so much suppression. And I think it's a subconscious program that happens with individuals once they find out you're married. Once you cross that specific branch, it's a completely different energy from most people. And it's something that you have to try to prepare yourself for because it will catch you off guard.
It's really no preparing for it, especially if you don't have a village and you just run into this situation where people are treating you different just because you're not available to date them.
Yeah. Yep.
Or from people that you were cool with that feel like they're not in a situation like that they would prefer to be in, a marriage or happy with a mate or whatnot, and they can't stand to see it or don't want to really be around it, what have you, you know. And so
yeah after you make that move, you know, I've personally noticed the energy got has gotten very, very weird, especially with members of the opposite sex. And it goes beyond just being respectful. It's just like really weird. And sometimes it even comes with attitude. And I hate to say it because it's one of those things where everybody's like, oh, you know, you shouldn't really go there or whatever. But just keeping it real, I get most of my negative neck rolling energy from my queens, man. From my queens that's supposed to be just, we supposed to be able to interact with each other. Why I got to get the weird energy? Because I can't step to you and say, hey, what's up? Can I bring you to the house and all of this stuff? Because I can't do that.
Weird.
Yeah. What's up with the weird energy?
Yeah, like
you know
we
what I'm
can't
saying?
just be cool.
What's up with the business end? There's so much that we can progress on.
Yeah, it's like if you with a woman or a man and you want to invite other women or men around that's the same age,
man,
that is weird. And it's like we can't work together on anything.
100% trash. And that was a teaching of a lot of the ancestors, man. All right, and they taught us the same thing with starch and cholesterol.
Yeah,
this isn't again, because it's not every older individual. Now I've talked to some, you know, that'll keep it real with you and say, listen, I know, you know, I've lived and I see what it is. But there's some that like to hold on to that program of just repeating the cycle of these underpowered structures and promoting weird energy and saying, hey, if this person's in a relationship, you don't need to do no business with them. You don't need to be, you know, if you see them real quick, hey, how you doing? All right, have a nice day. All of this quick.
Hey, how you doing? How's your
energy.
Wife? How you? Just really quick.
Yeah, just a quick energy,
you
man.
Know, and I won't go too far away from your statement when you talk about the neck rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Me as a black woman, when somebody says something to me about neck rolling, it make me be like, oh.
I know.
You know, but when I think about it, our people do everything in rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
So a woman telling you off like this, like we do stuff in rhythm. First of all, the second, like we do things with rhythm. You know, but a lot of the times the anger is there, because I get it from my queens too. So I have to admit, like sometimes when I'm going in a line and I don't want to feel like that, but I'll be like, ooh, when I'm about to get one of my queens ringing me up, because sometimes I just get some bad customer service.
And it's like, man, like why, you know,
like I love you.
Yes. I want to be like, hey, what's up, queen? How you doing? No, I don't know you like that, but guess what? We met eyes. Yeah. You're a human being.
And
what's
if
up?
this job
what's
is making you that
energy,
unhappy,
man?
Here's my number. Give me a call.
Yeah, and then if I say that, it's this other energy.
Oh, you just trying to slip up in something.
You're trying to talk. And it's a very losing program. And I've been through situations to where I've even lost accounts. I've even lost accounts out here in the streets because individuals had a certain attraction to a girl that I brought around. Or a person that I brought around, you know, so this relationship stuff, and that, you know, I showed you that picture of how individuals are, you know, they have a smiling face, you know, the one I showed you. I
but
put it up for the people.
Mask.
Yeah. And this is the spirit that's out here a lot of times because of this quest, this burning desire to have a relationship the way they want to have a relationship, and we're not thinking beyond that. We're not thinking about the business. We're not thinking about the growth of us as human beings, which is so much deeper than just sectioning yourself off with another individual. Especially when you're going to run across attitudes
because
like we're talking about, and it's going to suppress you. Certain individuals, they make up a decision right away. We've had situations where it was as if individuals, they didn't even want to see you coming around, even though your energy was good.
They didn't want
it. It was just still too much to see that energy coming around, and you got a girl around or whatever. It looked like y'all vibing too good. You know, it's very, very messed up from a business standpoint.
Yeah, it affects business.
To really, really be able to go to the next level, man, it's really frustrating.
Yeah, it is frustrating.
And you got a chance to see it. You came out
multiple times.
You got a chance to get a non-biased view on it, to just watch at a glance on how individuals act. Because sometimes if you confront people with it face to face, they're like, no, I don't act like that. I don't act like that. But if you catch them in their natural habitat, or their natural comfort zone,
and they're frustrated at their jobs or whatever, transporting in between their work,
then you get the real.
sometimes just seeing a ring, you can see girls are looking down at a ring on a guy hand or a girl hand and getting irritated. Like when is my day going to come? And they show people or other married people irritation.
Absolutely.
Without even thinking about how they're looking, how their face is looking. Like you look down at their ring on their hand.
And catch an attitude right away. And this is one reason why I don't wear the ring.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I just wear one of them. Like I just have one of them right now and not the bigger one that draws more attention.
And it's not about, oh, you're trying to hide who you are. But you know what? If it puts that much of stench in the air, if I can't even get past a general hello with you because you want to show me attitude because of something that's on my finger, then guess what? I need to get that out of the way because I got situations going on in my life and I'm trying to grow. I know that it's life beyond that relationship. Just because you don't know it, I can't sit stagnant and wait on you girls to get past that program.
Right.
And this is, of course, I'm sure males have issues with it. Like you said, you know, some will have issues with you and feel like, hey, you know, you in a relationship, let your man do it. You know what I'm saying? Your man's supposed to have your back. Like,
but if you think about anything that they're doing or need to have accomplished, they wouldn't want anyone not helping them or working with them on something just because of a relationship.
Absolutely. And a lot of times it takes individuals getting into a relationship and actually getting to certain levels in life and understanding that ceiling is real.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you feeling almost stuck. And you're like, wait a minute, guys, you know, we supposed to be cool.
Yeah.
We supposed to be able to interact. And so another thing that I wanted to mention, you become a customer to many individuals when you're in a monogamous relationship and you don't have family support or the proper
you have
support.
To buy your village, buy your village.
Yep.
And you know, we were talking about this, how we used to be in a village and our nannies were babysitters or cooks and cleaners and hair braiders and barbers and teachers and inventors and
was right there in the house.
Yes. The laundry people, all of that, not even just in the village.
Or in the village, yeah, true. Whatever. On the compound, on the same
wherever
property.
Wherever they are, yeah. And so you pull us away from that. All of the indigenous people or whatever were told that the way you live is uncivilized. And then we started trying to fit into society and be included. And then we started saying that we needed to buy our village the way that the people who came to tear us away from our villages, but they didn't buy
their village. They just had us. Yeah, we was working for them.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't need nobody extra in the house because they was forcing us to be in there. So when you get smart and understand, why would you try to run a template that we're not designed to run with just two individuals? And we talked about it last time. With just one is really bad.
Yeah.
And our hearts go out to individuals that's on that. And this is why we talk about this, because some people, they don't want to talk about this, man. They want to keep the fronts up. Like, oh, I don't want to make my mate look bad. I don't want to look unhappy. I don't want to. Now listen, that stuff be real. All right. Don't judge a person, judge the facts.
Yeah.
What is the facts? The facts say, hey, this individual's going to be working most of the time. Anything can happen in a relationship. I've been reading stories. You know, we hear about individuals losing their mates all the time. And then all of a sudden they going back to square one. They don't know what they're going to do. Man, this is my everything. We had
try again.
We
get in that dating pool and try again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and it's older people you talk to, and you hear an older woman talking about, and then my first husband, and then he died, and then my second husband, and God bless his soul, and then my third husband. Like, just stop. I don't. It
needs to be more of a group, and we see it.
Yeah.
And it's so bad.
When you think about it, even some older people, when they get married later in life, what do they really want? They just want companionship. It's not even extra about the intimate end extra.
Yep.
It's just a companion that gets them.
Yep. And especially as you're getting older and you're losing your strength. You're getting 50, 60 years old, 70 years old. You know, you have to start thinking farther up the line. And guess what? Some young people not going to really get the video right now. They're not going to really understand it right now unless something tragic or major happens in their life. We wish you the best, but guess what? Tragic stuff happens all the time. We just had the situation. We just heard the story of a young man who was 21 years old. He had just got married or whatever. Guess what? Tragic accident, caught his wife by surprise. She wound up passing. 21 years old. This individual's back a widow.
Right.
Just that quick. And he's like, man, we wrote our plans. We had a We had a life plan. We had a schedule plan.
You can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather.
How many times you gonna know that? How many times we gonna try to just live with the fairy tale? Oh, don't talk about that. Just keep going as far as you can go.
I want my happily ever after.
It's Russian roulette. And we need to be around each other, because not doing that has caused us so many problems. There's a lot of monogamous relationships that's out here right now that does not have the proper support system. And that's why I feel like this was such a good topic.
Yeah.
Because, man, especially during this pandemic, I have never talked to so many men just been like, man, what I'm gonna do, man? This pandemic hit. My wife, she can't work no more because the daycare center closed. The school ain't been running right.
So many of
now
us
she got to come back home. Now her career is done. And it's like, man, bros, sisters, we've been on this platform for years. Nobody just wasn't paying attention to it.
When you talked about it, it's like, calm down,
calm down. Turn the radio back up. But the shrewd sees calamity. It's not about being, oh, you too serious. Oh, man, you don't like to have fun. Life does what it wants. Prepare yourself, and then you'll have some time for fun soon to come. All right, we have, we were talking about this last little point before we get to a 15-minute mark. We talk about the family being weakened by 50%. Okay. That's just straight up math. You know, that's what's going on with the monogamous program, and you don't have the proper support system. Anything happens to your mate, they get sick, the kids get sick, anything like that. Your program is hit by 50+% right off the bat.
Absolutely.
Right off the back, man.
Absolutely. And I don't understand why people aren't getting it. You know, even in this pandemic, you would think that more people would be grouping up and moving together into one home or multiple family home, whatever it is that makes you feel better about it. But people need to combine their expenses.
Whatever makes you feel better about it, man.
Yeah, because we seen what happened with the hurricane down in Puerto Rico, and it started being like 12, 13 people living in the same houses and stuff, 15 people. And it's like, why does tragedy have to birth unity? I keep asking that question. This pandemic has caused so much tragedy. People talking about all the people that's going to be evicted, but people still aren't pooling their expenses together.
Still Zoom partying.
Man.
I'm seeing this stuff, man. And it's not about I need to do something. I need to get my mind get your mind focused. Link with some individuals that's on focus. It's danger coming, man. It's been danger already here. Get on your game.
If you had a village, then it wouldn't be, I need to do something, because the entertainment was even in our village.
Absolutely.
You had people that played and made instruments and sung and danced. Like, we entertained ourselves before we started having to be distracted with entertainment on our devices and TVs and stuff like we are today.
Absolutely. Well, before we get too far, guys, it's giveaway time.
Giveaway time. Giveaway time.
It's giveaway time, man. I used to didn't really like cabbage, not even the Cabbage Patch.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. So, so anyway, it's giveaway time, everybody. It's an opportunity for you guys to win something. It's an opportunity for us to give back, and we hope we have a winner. So first, this is what you have to do. You have to post 2 items from the endlesscorners.com site, from the website. Any 2 items you like. Then you're going to grab 2 items from the paperless flyer side of either Facebook or Instagram. Then you got one more thing to do. You're just going to tag us.
All right.
The first 2 individuals to tag us will win a $50 Amazon gift card and a $50 endlesscorners.com gift card. All right. So we're looking for 2 winners. You post 2 items from endlesscorners.com, 2 items from the paperless flyer side. Tag us. First 2 individuals to do that will win a $50 Amazon gift card and a $50 endlesscorners.com gift card that you can use to pick up various items, man. All right. And then also we have a Jump Card member bonus. So if any Jump Card member is on the program and wins, the first one to do that, to do the prize, the contest, they'll win an additional $25.
And
All
you
right.
tag us at What's the Ele.
Tag us at What's the Ele. And you have 24 hours from the drop of this original video on the Ele In The Room page on Facebook to win.
Amen.
All right. So you got 24 hours, man. We hope we have a winner out there. That's why we do this.
Let's go.
Let's get it. All right. So for the last few minutes, man, we're talking a lot about this monogamy without a support system. We're understanding that it's something that we is a big problem. Mm-hmm. It's stifling families. Mm-hmm. It slows down progress.
It does not work.
And
even if you suffer through it, hobble through it like it's a prison
some hobble
sentence,
through, yeah.
You know, it shouldn't feel like that. Like, oh, I got through it. Mm-hmm. I did my time. It shouldn't feel like that because it's supposed to be a collective effort.
Yeah.
Even for people to bring children into this earth and not have a collective effort, like you don't think about it until you really live through it and be like, hey, this isn't right. Mm-hmm. And when something is wrong, you fix it.
Yes.
And
don't keep repeating history if the taste was bitter.
Right. You know, and, you know, we have the problems. Like, you think about everything that has to be done in a household. And I was talking to my girl in Detroit about this yesterday. And it's like, man, who in the world ever thought that it was okay for one woman to do all the cooking, the grocery shopping, the cleaning, the having the babies and tending to them? And, like, you're supposed to be this superwoman. This super mom, and then you're still supposed to look good because, oh, you gotta look good. You're still supposed to look good on his arm. You still gotta keep your look together even though you having babies, and you gotta do all this cooking and cleaning, and you gotta educate the kids. Like, who said I'm supposed to be their primary or their only educator?
That's that Western culture, man. It's a culture that's taught, and a lot of individuals that live that template are on wine and antidepressants.
And
I'm looking at the camera, crack. And I'm
just I quit.
It's absolutely ridiculous to run that program.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you could just look at those individuals and they look woe out.
Man,
trying to run that
almost
template.
There.
Some of the main individuals that tried and that tells you to do it are woe out, hiding behind all kind of makeup and other stuff.
They always talking about, when you gonna have baby? You gonna have another baby? Y'all want any more babies? Mm-hmm. Like, stop asking people that if you're not gonna help with them.
Absolutely.
You know, and like we were discussing the situation that happened with your grandfather, who mother and father were raising him. His mother passed and his father remarried. And then his father passed, and then the woman that he married ended up raising him, even though that wasn't his mom.
Bless that family.
Yes.
Because she came through, and most have been like, I don't know, I ain't
trying to raise nobody else's kid.
But you can't guarantee that you're gonna stay alive.
True. So it don't matter. You can get together with your king, or your queen, whatever, and y'all have babies, and then y'all both can die. Now who gonna raise your babies? Then that is what the village is for. Don't act like it can't happen, because it's a reality.
And it's happening all the time.
Yes, so many people have lost one or both of their parents.
If you want to sift through and find these little hobbled stories or whatnot and say, hey, look at these people, they made it, and the man all propped up barely, then fine. And we understand that some individuals did make it past the program on it, but their circumstances were a tad bit different. But most individuals that we talk to wish they had have done it different.
Yes.
Most older individuals that we talk to that have went through the program wish they would have had individuals around them. They wish they had have built differently and not just listened to the pre-laid program, which was only for the benefit of commercialism.
Yeah. Even if it is one man and one woman within the marriage. Because some people might be like, oh, I'm Christian, I'm not, you know, at a certain point it changed. It used to be rules for a man to have multiple wives, and you're supposed to take care of them and treat them right, and don't take more than one wife if you can't even take care of the other, and if you get more of them, don't treat the...
Whoever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Whoever it's going to be.
Yeah, even if you don't do that, you say, hey, it changed, it's supposed to be one husband and one wife, that don't mean you're supposed to only be one man and one woman taking care of the house or any children. Like, where's your village still?
Yes, absolutely. And that's the part that's trash.
Yeah.
And that's the part that a lot of the older individuals, you got to stop passing that raggedy message, because you're going to make these youths irritated at you
That's why.
once they get further along in the program. And they like, why didn't you tell me this?
Yeah.
Don't just say, oh, it's going to be hard sometime. You know, it's going to be hard. You just got to give it to God.
Sometimes they don't even tell you about stuff until you complain about it and they laughing about it. Like,
Yep.
you knew that,
Yep.
but you walked me into it. It's dysfunction.
It's dysfunction.
It's repetitive dysfunction, and it
Yes.
needs to change.
Absolutely. One thing that we didn't talk about on the problem side is couple competition. You know, sometimes even when you get in these relationships, like, oh man, y'all in a relationship, just hang out with, you know, other couples. Man, if it was hard to find individuals on an individual basis, it's hard to find one individual that's cool. It's difficult to find two individuals that's like on the same speed.
Yeah,
And-
it's always something. Either the husband is annoying, or feeling intimidated, or like he needs to look more like the
No matter
alpha
how,
male.
no matter how down to earth you try to come around individuals, man. Like, we
Yeah.
just relax. You don't got to come with these stories. We need each other, bros.
I don't
But-
like being interviewed.
Yeah, true that.
So how did y'all meet?
Yeah, because some just want to steal. Some just want to take pointers from you and just go and just use it in their own life, and they don't understand the group up
With
program.
some things, try to pick your brain about different
And then you hear
things.
them going to do a certain business or going to do something. You're like, why didn't we link up?
Yeah.
Why didn't we link up? What did you going to do? You know, that's weird energy, man. And so
Yeah.
whoever's promoting that, if your husband's promoting that in your ear, that's a junk mentality, or vice versa. It needs to change.
It's the programming.
The program
People have
is
been programmed
trash.
to do your own thing and pull your own self up by the bootstraps.
Absolutely
Don't try
junk
to
mentality,
pull nothing
man.
together with nobody, and it makes everybody go a lot slower.
Absolutely. And had I listened to a lot of the advice that individuals was giving me prior to on that, I wouldn't be as successful as I am today. We wouldn't have the program that we have today. So this isn't an individual that's talking to you, trying to come up and begging individuals. No, this is a different program, but I'm telling you from a different space. I'm not asking. I'm not saying maybe. I'm not putting this out here for debate.
Right. It is what it
And
is.
again, I'm not judging you.
Nah.
I'm judging the facts.
Yeah.
Just like you should be doing.
The realities of these things.
End of story.
So basically, monogamy without a village is so problematic. A lot of people are tired. Look how many marriages have broken up when they really just needed support.
Absolutely.
You know, somebody and other men around and be like, come on, let's just go fishing, or like the older men used to do, the grandfathers and stuff.
Somebody to pass the baby to.
Yeah.
Sometimes she going crazy. The baby's crying a little
and
bit.
maybe you just stressed. Versus me, I remember sitting down on the floor and crying with my two babies, and they stopped crying and were looking at me like, you're not supposed to be crying, you know. But just all around support for everything, even if you're not feeling good. I done been sick and still got to cook and tend to my children, you know.
They're very important, man. Having that extra help is very important. Manhattan looks like Nannyville.
Oh my God!
During the week, and you know,
Especially
it's gotten a little lighter now
libraries,
because
all
of
those strollers pulled up, the parks.
So many
Buying
nannies.
your village.
So many nannies down
And
there,
they look
so,
like me.
Yeah, but guess what? If you see the picture of Jack and Jill on Instagram, you think it's just all about them, and it's just this loving couple running the program. But Bianca the nanny is the backbone of that program. We just had a situation we saw where a lady had to actually call her nanny on the phone so that she could FaceTime her kid and get the kid quiet, because the mama couldn't get her own kid quiet.
Wasn't
and this
spending enough time with her own kid.
And so again,
But you're making money.
Yeah, but you're making money, right? And that's happened so many times.
Yeah.
Man, we speeding through our time so quickly. The resolution end of things, guys. Group up, man. Group up as much as possible. Sift through. Watch people's speech. Watch people's action. You know, don't get negative, weird energy out your space. Know that you're going to be suppressed if you make that move. If you're not married yet, know it's going to happen. Yeah. So try to put a plan in place for that. It's not just about, I'm going to get a job, man. I ain't going to need nobody. And I ain't going, yeah, that stuff sound good in the beginning. All right. It sounds good in the beginning, man, but you got to think long term. It's like a marathon. It's like a marathon, man.
It's
you start off,
training.
Yeah, you start off a marathon at full speed, you ain't gonna make it.
Nope, pace yourself.
You ain't gonna make it. You gotta start. You gotta understand that this is a long program. And grouping up is the answer.
It's vital, yo.
Very
Y'all
vital.
both gonna need somebody to talk to y'all head sometimes, or you just gonna be you
Yep.
and you, and it'll just be both sides pointing at you, and there's nobody else to point at.
Yep.
You need somebody else to talk to. Like the old song, "Don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man, and he's trying the best he can." Betty Wright. They used to, like, remember the old people used to throw parties and try to get the people to talk to each other that was arguing, and people don't really do that anymore. And that's a part of your village.
That's a big part of your village, man.
Yeah.
You need it.
Yeah.
Monogamy without a support system, a good family and friend system, stay out of it. Stay out of that program if you can, because it's very dangerous.
It is. I don't even really have words for what to call it. I want to say it's almost suicidal. It's almost like jumping out the plane. And it's criminal, and the kids have to go through it and see it and not know what to do.
And if you don't feel like, oh, I wouldn't be with extra people being around or whatnot, man, pick better. I tell individuals all the time, like, man, I wouldn't even entertain having no extra girl and nothing around. I'd be like, man, I feel sorry for what you picked, because
like,
what
in the world you want with two?
Why would you want two
of them?
Like, why would you? It seemed like you picked the bad one. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and maybe you didn't know she was like that in the beginning, but the thing is that it's all about your picks. It's all about grouping up out here, man. End of story.
I'm trying to try, but so I'm looking for like-minded people. That's business-minded, people that want to farm together, grow our herbs together, cook together, manufacture our own spelt flakes and cereals and chips. Because it's possible. Yes.
It's possible, man.
So our own clothes, like the kids even need to be getting this stuff. So that's a part of the village.
And they will duplicate what you show them.
Absolutely.
So if they see the parents together, working together, they see adults grouping up, they're going to group up. If they see the mama always just sitting around like, oh, I'm just going to stay to myself unless I can find a man, then that's what your kid's going to think. I got to just stay to myself until I can find some kind of mate to pair up with.
You stay away from that married couple. You don't need to be going and causing problems. Like, it shouldn't be about causing problems, but we should be able to work together. It shouldn't be, now that I'm married, I can't have other girls come around me because I got a husband and they don't want to cause any problems. Like, you can only cause problems in people's marriage if there was already problems.
Absolutely. And like I tell people, as far as, like, sometimes they talk about home wreck and stuff, and I say, if you in a household with just one or two people,
it's already wrecked.
And you feel what you want to feel about it. If you're waiting on a stimulus, you working 40, 50, 60 hours a week just trying to keep food on the table, your program is underpowered.
Yes.
Call a spade, end of story.
Period.
Don't look over your glasses, through them, under them. Pay attention and call it what it is, because the young people are.
Yes.
And they sick of you trying to always, don't say nothing about it. They see you.
Yeah.
They see it's raggedy.
Right.
All right. And so this is why we need to switch that program up.
Amen.
Man, it's been over the 30 minutes already.
Yeah.
The time flew.
Because it's so much to dissect with this topic. We can't even cover it, all of the stuff that we personally been through.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're trying to tell you guys, again, from a different lane. Not from the lane of individuals don't got a pot to whatever in, how people say. No, this is a different program. This is individuals that have got to these different lanes. That's offering opportunities to other individuals and looking at them, focused and telling them what it is at this level 100%.
Right.
And so, again, man, we love that you guys took a few minutes to talk with us, as always.
Yes.
We appreciate every piece of comment that you guys want to leave for us, leave for other individuals as it relates how you feel about the topics that we discuss, all right, all the time. And we're always concerned for everyone's safety. So there's this word out about a new, more aggressive strain coming out. That's going to be around of the virus. And so by the time you guys see this video, let's hope that we're just all still on our point, stand on our point. Don't get lackadaisical now. Don't get off your game now.
Lung herbs. I keep saying it. Being that you have something that's attacking the lungs, you need lung herbs.
Sea moss.
Yes, ginger root.
Lungwort.
Elderberry.
Come on, man.
Solomon seal
Hibiscus.
Is such a beast.
Yeah.
If you're having some hard problems with your lungs and you're not supposed to do Solomon seal over 14 days, it helped me dramatically. Solomon seal root.
Check it out, man.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to let you guys go for now.
Yeah.
But we always love kicking it with you. We're always concerned for your safety. We always want you guys to be alert. And until we see you guys again.
What's the Ellie?
What's the Ellie? Peace.
Peace.
What's the Ellie?
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 We gonna talk about the Ellie
What's
in the
the
room.
What's the Ellie?
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 We gonna talk about the Ellie
What's
in the
the Ellie?
room.